Well, I went to the doctor recently, and instead of fixing what was going on, she wanted to put me on another medication. I've struggled with high blood pressure pretty much my whole adult life. It's a family tradition. Um, it's just been high. Even when I was a young man and thin and worked really hard and everything, I had high blood pressure. And of course, at 47, it's just gotten higher and higher over the years. And I've been on a blood pressure medication probably for 15 years now or so. And I guess that controlled it for the most part, but the last couple of years it's certainly been creeping up again. So I go to the doctor, my annual checkup, get blood work done. They check my blood pressure and all my health markers and whatnot. And she comes to me and says, "Well, you need another blood pressure medication. The one you're on is not controlling it, and you're already at the highest dose." So I thought, okay, well, I'll listen to you. So he says, "So I need to give you another blood test, check your kidney function." And I kind of brought up why, and so, well, this can damage your kidneys long term. And I thought, well, Jesus, hell, I'm trying to fix one issue by creating another, and it just didn't. It obviously doesn't sit right. It doesn't make any sense. So anyway, I get done with the appointment, go sit in my truck for a few minutes thinking about this. I'm 47. I've got a wife. I've got two kids. My father, I think, had his first open heart surgery at 48, so I'm getting real close to that. Although I've had stress tests on my heart, I've had calcium tests, I've done some basic things a guy can do to make sure that you know things aren't getting too out of hand, and those have all came back normal or good, whatever you would call that. But still, 47, got more years behind me than I have ahead of me, especially if my blood pressure keeps getting high. So I thought, what am I going to do? I drove home. Thought, I'm going to go home. I'm going to join the gym. I'm cutting out alcohol and junk food, and I'm just going to go to the gym 3, 4 days a week and make sure I'm getting 8, 10,000 steps a day. Just going to change. Make sure I'm moving more. Try to cut out some stress in my life. Those type of things. So I came home, joined the gym on a Friday. Thought, well, I'm going to start on Monday. Typical tire kicker type thing, right? Like, join the gym on a Friday. You think I could have just started right then, but no, I got to prepare all weekend for it. So anyway, over the weekend, I just kept thinking to myself, Matt, you always start, you make it 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks, maybe a couple months sometimes, maybe a half a year sometimes, but you always end up quitting. You go away for the weekend, you eat a bunch of shitty food, you drink some alcohol, you do all the things you're not supposed to. You come home, Monday rolls around, you're tired, feel like crap because you ate like crap, hungover, whatever. So you drink more, you eat more, and then pretty soon you're not going to the gym again. Been there, done that so many times, not even funny. So over the weekend, I was thinking, how can I make sure that I stick with this? So I talked to my wife a lot about it. Obviously, she's very supportive. But I was thinking it's still not enough. And I thought, maybe I just need to film it, put myself out there. Kind of scary to think about. Done some other shows. I've filmed plenty of fishing shows and different things outdoors as a fishing guide. So not new to, I guess, being on camera, but definitely new to being vulnerable on camera and filming myself daily. So I thought, I'm going to do that. So I came up with this guide to fit. I'm a guide trying to get fit. Makes sense to me. Guide to fit. So here we are. I'm 51 days in since I started doing this. And I'm doing the 75 medium to start. I was going to do 75 hard, but there's no way I had time to do 2 workouts a day and be that strict. I knew my body was going to hurt really bad the first at least a little while of going to the gym, from being so out of shape. And I knew that dieting and or trying to eat better, I guess, was going to be tough for me. So um, I just settled in on the 75 medium. I'm just making sure I get at least an hour of exercise a day. Again, I've cut out junk food, cut out alcohol, um, making sure I just 8 to 10,000 steps a day. And my workout program has kind of been Monday I'll lift weights and then hit the treadmill for 30 to 45 minutes after that, depending on time and energy. Tuesday I do nothing but cardio. Um, Usually do the treadmill, put that baby on like 5-degree incline and 3.5 miles an hour, and I'll walk for 45 minutes to an hour. Wednesday back to the gym, then the treadmill. Thursday treadmill. Friday gym, treadmill. Saturday I just do the treadmill. Sunday I usually take it a little easier. I make sure I get my steps in, um, and I make sure to get at least an hour of exercise, but it's not as hardcore as the other days. I guess kind of an active recovery type day. So I'll do maybe 30 minutes, 45 minutes on the treadmill, and then do some kind of stretching or yoga type stuff. Um, and that's been working really good. The scale is my enemy. 51 days in, it's really not even moved. A couple weeks ago, it did go down, I don't know, 5 or 6 pounds, and I was super jacked, super excited. A couple days later, it was right back up to 218, 220, depending on when I weigh, which is exactly where I started at. I don't know why. I'm obviously holding water weight. I've been taking pictures, so one of these days I'll get brave enough to post them. But uh, I mean, I can see progress in my pictures. I can see my stomach's picked up, my waist has went in. I can see my shoulders are more defined, my arms are more defined, my pants fit a little better, and that type of thing. But the scale is not moving. So I am on TRT. I'm taking 140 milligrams of testosterone twice a week, or I'm taking 140 milligrams a week, split into 2 doses. So I do 70 um, milligrams on Monday and 70 on Thursday. And I've done plenty of research on that. Obviously, that seems to be I think the culprit for holding the water weight. Um, I've been drinking a half gallon to a gallon of water a day, probably 3/4 of a gallon consistently. So hopefully that'll start to push some of the water out sooner than later. And of course, the stress on my body, I'm probably holding water. I'm taking creatine, so that's probably putting water or making me hold water and stuff. But anyways, I can see in the pictures that it's working. My wife notices I'm stronger at the gym. I mean, the weight I'm adding every week, I'm adding weight and able to push harder most days. So I'm winning, and I'm pretty excited about that. But as we all know, you want to jump on that scale every morning and you want to see it go down, and that's just not happening yet. But that's also just not the program I'm doing. It's if I wanted to go down faster, I would diet hardcore and continue with the exercise and the cardio, and I'm sure it would go down. But I guess I'm doing more of a recomp, and I'm pretty happy with that. The nice thing is my food is not restricted. I'm tracking it, tracking my calories, tracking my protein, fats, all that. But um, I'm not doing a diet. I'm not trying to stay at 1,800 calories a day or something like that. I tried to figure out what my base calories I needed a day were, and then I try to shave off about 200, and then I go work out every day, and that should burn another 150 to 300 depending on the day. I'm not sure, but which puts me 4 to 500 deficit a day. 500 times 7 is 3,500. 3,500 calories is a pound. So I should be losing a pound a week or really close to it, and I'm sure I am. I think it's just getting masked by water weight for whatever reason, and again, that's probably the testosterone that I'm on, but I'm getting that dialed in. I will say it makes me I'm feeling really good. The testosterone is when you're really low, like I was, um, which was down. I'll have to find the blood test and try to show everybody, but I was down around 300. Um, I'm not sure how they measured that, nanograms or something like that, deciliters. I don't know what it was. Anyway, on that scale, I was around 300. So not completely at the bottom, but testosterone levels of a much older man. So 140. I haven't had a recent test yet. I'm due for that here, I think, in about a week, and they're hoping to bring me up to around 900 to 1,000. And I think I'm there because I'm feeling good and I'm getting stronger, and recovering is still takes some time. It's not magic, but it I definitely recover faster than I would have. But I think the main thing is I'm showing up every day. I'm working really hard. I'm going harder than last time at the gym, and I'm staying very consistent on my food intake, my protein. I'm trying to make sure I hit 200 grams a day, give or take a little bit. If I hit 180, I'm okay with that. If I hit 220, I'm okay with that. But I shoot for 200, and that lands me somewhere in there. Um, Again, no junk food. If I want something, um, I guess sweet or whatever, I've been getting creative at making things. Cottage cheese, weirdly enough, is the base of a lot of good dessert type recipes. So I've been using that, and I'm lucky I like cottage cheese, so that doesn't bother me. Um, and then I think consistency and time. Again, I'm only on day 51 of 75 mediums, so um, I've got 24 more days to go, and I think that 24 days is going to show a lot. And then after that, I'm just going to keep going harder than I did before. So 75 is not a quit, a stop. It's just a marker. So that's I'm excited that I'm getting close to it, and I'm excited that I'm losing the weight and kind of recompositioning rather than just crash dieting or something like that, because I think it's going to be more sustainable long term. I think it's going to help lower my blood pressure more long term, and I don't feel bad from not eating enough, or I don't miss, like, if we're out traveling, which we do a lot with our nonprofit Limitless Tracks, uh, and of course fishing and that kind of thing. Um, like if I stop and there's the only thing around is fast food, I just get a couple burger patties with no bun and eat that. Um, so I think the way I'm doing it makes it easier. And I hope you guys out there are following along. I've got some great comments, got a couple of great emails. I know I've inspired a couple of people, and I'm hoping to inspire more. I'd love to build a little tribe of guys that want to follow along and do this together. So if you're if you're following along, please subscribe, give me a like, comment, send me an email. Happy to talk about my program or what I'm doing, how I'm doing it, the mental struggles, what I'm doing to get through those, and that sort of thing. So don't hesitate. But dang sure subscribe, and let's do this together.